Hey guys, how you going? And welcome to a brand new series on Cricket 19. Now because the Ashes is starting today, what I thought I'd do is play an Ashes series, not as a team though, but as a star player. And that star player is going to be Joe Root. Now a couple of reasons why I selected Joe Root. Firstly, because my career mode is an Australian player, which is also a bowling all-rounder. So I wanted to mix it up and be a batsman. And because the Ashes is in England this year, I thought I'd select Joe Root. Because he's the captain as well, I'll be able to select the lineups, potentially give myself a bowl as he's a spinner. Haven't done any sort of career mode as a spinner before or as a batsman, so I thought that'd be pretty interesting. Hoping you guys agree with this. I'll only be playing the Ashes series, but if you guys are keen on seeing any more Joe Root career mode, what I'll do is create an actual star player career mode, and then we'll continue on after the Ashes. But if you guys don't want that, then that's fine. If you guys do, let me know in the comments below, but let's get straight into it. We'll be playing the first test against Australia in the Ashes at Edgbaston, so we'll select Joe Root here. His overall is 84, and as you can see here, the Ashes at Edgbaston, 1st of August, which is today, surprisingly. So let's get amongst it. Let's take a look at the lineups first. Play as Joe Root, yes we will. Very even, 83 overall each. England have the wood over Australia in the fielding, which I guess isn't the best result, but oh well. Let's take a look at the lineups though. So this is the lineup I've selected for England. Now I know Roy made his test debut against Ireland a couple of weeks ago, I think it was. But I've got him and Burns opening up. Joe Root at 3, so we'll be batting at 3. Johnny Bairstow at 4, Ben Stokes 5, Butler 6, Moeen Ali 7, Sam Curran 8. Then Archer, Broad and Anderson. So Archer will be making his test debut, which is exciting times. And let's take a look at Australia here. I don't think I'll change it unless I see anything that needs to change. But Marcus Harris, David Warner, Kawaja, Steve Smith, Travis Head, Hanscom, Tim Payne, Cummins, Starkline and Hazelwood. Now I think I might take out Peter Hanscom because I don't think he will play. So I've just made the one change. I've brought in Short Marsh for Peter Hanscom. I've moved Marsh to 5, Travis Head to 6. So those are the lineups that we're going to be using for this first test match. So that was pretty cool. Actually had the headlines there and you're heading down to the anthems, and now we're going to be going to the coin toss here. As you can see, first test match, first Ashes test, England trying to wrangle the Ashes back from Australia on home soil. Taking a look at the lineups, we've already had a look there. Let's head down to the toss, that all important toss for the first match of the Ashes. How will we go? And here we go, Joe Root. Why does he have the sunnies on? Why are they needed? Unsure. And unsure why Tony Simpson is there, and also unsure why the captain isn't, while the umpire isn't there. But England have won the toss, and Joe Root and speed dealers, we are going to bat first. Here we go, the lads walking out here with the ball, and the first time in Test match history we'll have last names and numbers on the back of their shirts. Let me know in the comments below if you think that's a good idea. Personally, I just like the traditional approach really, but oh well, if, I reckon they're probably going to get a few sales there if they sell these shirts with the names and numbers on the back. Probably pretty good for the marketing purposes. But Rory Burns, and what's the shield out here for? Is there a shield as well for the Ashes? I'm not sure. But Stark going to be opening up here. He is going to be bowling to Rory Burns. Let's see the first ball of this Ashes series, and let's see how this hype is going to be. What are you doing, Burns? He's pulled it away first up, and England off the mark there with a single. Here we go, Joe Root making his way out to the crease, averaging just under 50, at 66 here. And England 1 for 87 off 17.4. Josh Hazelwood with the wicket, and he is charging in here. And we're going to start off with a whip through mid-wicket. We're going to pick up 2 there. So that's a perfect start for Joe as he gets off the mark in this Ashes campaign. So Burns has departed. Bairstow the new man here as we leave that one. It is really slow there from Hazelwood. So as I touched on at the start of the video, a couple of reasons why we are going with Joe Root, because my career mode player, the bowling all-rounder, playing for us is an Australian. So we'll eventually be playing the Ashes with him, and I just thought mix it up instead of playing with Australia as we will be with our bowling all-rounder career mode. Let's try and play as England and as a batsman just to mix things up. Hope you guys agree. And we're starting off there. That's a quick single. Oh yeah, good dive, good dive. And moving on to 3. Seems to be a sold out crowd here, as you'd expect, day 1 of the Ashes. Lyon bowling, he's 1 for 27. Bit of flight there. We're going to pick up a quick single. And moving on to 4. Bairstow at the other end, moving on to 6. 2 for 97, going at a pretty decent rate as well. I'm not too sure in the odds department who would be the favourites for this Ashes. I mean, Australia, I don't know. I don't really know what to think really. It's going to be a pretty even contest as we leave that one from Lyon. England just put up the 100 there, 2 for 102. And I'm planning to release an episode on the day of each Ashes test. So, oh, that's a good shot. Straight to the man though. So there's going to be 5 episodes in total, of course, 1 on each day of the new test. And if you guys want me to continue on with this career mode, what I'll do is transfer it over to a normal star player career mode, and then we'll just pick up where we left off after the Ashes. But anyway, Stokes is now in, so we are struggling big time. But that is a cracking shot there from us, old Joe Root, and some great nick early on. A bit unfortunate Bairstow has departed, but the class that is Joe Root, cover drive, stand and deliver. 3 for 109 now. Stokes has only faced 1 ball yet to get off the mark, and Root is now on 9 off 9. Oh, that's going to be another good shot there down the ground, just a quick single there. So here we go, 10 balls deep into Root mode here, and England 3 for 116. Mitchell Starc charging in, bowling his 5th over. This one, oh, okay, probably shouldn't have played leg side to that, as the angle's completely done us there. So good nut there from Mitchell Starc. Hopefully we can build a decent partnership here with Ben Stokes. This one's short, pulled it away. It's straight to square leg though. Must admit it was a bit of a struggle to actually select England for this Ashes series career mode, just because of what happened about a month ago or so when we lost the World Cup, or New Zealand lost the World Cup to England. Wasn't the greatest, but well, we move on. And Joe Root just absolutely dispatches that down the ground. Tim Payne giving a few words to Paddy Cummins. He's run down to give him a bit of advice. And none for 30 or 4.1, so he hasn't had the greatest start to this Ashes campaign. And meanwhile, Joe Root 15 off 15. And that's another cracking shot down the ground. It's going to be at least 2. We'll just set it for 2 there. Yes, we will. Root going along at a decent clip. 17 off 17 in this first session of this Ashes Test Series. And that's a drive to cover. He's finding the middle early on, which is promising for the English captain. Hoping it transforms into a few more runs here. Hopefully we can get a decent partnership here with Stokes. So he's on 6. That's a shot. That's going to be 4. Stand and deliver there, Joe. That is a cracking shot. And hopefully a sign of things to come. Hoping to play a few more shots and time them a bit better than our bowling career mode player, as I think his batting overall is less than 20 odd, and I think Joe Root's is 97. So just a bit of a step up here. Should be able to play a few more shots, time them a bit better, which is good to see. Joe Root those on 22 of 27 with Starc charging in. This one is short, pulled it away. Going to get a quick single there to square leg. So unsure, but Steve Smith is having a trundle early on. Does that mean that we're probably going to we're going to give ourselves a bowl? Oh, there we go, mate, Steve. That's why. Don't know why you're bowling in the 31st over, mate. We have absolutely timed it to perfection. Off the middle, and that is 4. Good choice here from Tim Payne to bring him on. And they've got quite an aggressive field for him too. Look at that. No one behind square of the wicket, apart from like leg, gully, and slip. There we go. It should go for another 4. Why did they decide to bowl him? I don't understand, but we're here for it, and we have just moved into the 30s with that. 32 of 34. And once again, he's bowling to leg side. Were they just hoping for an easy wicket or something? Is this like the over before lunch? because he is bowling some absolute tripe at the moment. Root 34 of 35. Smith, he's gone for 10 off the first 3. Got to watch out though, because we've just got to make sure we don't let our guard down, because he will strike and that'll be terrible. But that's a good shot there. It's probably going to go for another 3. Yep, pat back and we'll pick up an easy 3. Into the 34th over line, still bowling with 3 for 158. So not a bad little total here as we've driven that one. That's a cracking shot there. Standard and deliver from Joe. And that is going to go for 4. So this partnership developing quite nicely at the moment. Joe Root hitting the middle of the majority of the balls he's faced. And he's moved on to 43 or 43. Just like that. And we try it again. Oh, it's going to go straight to the man. Ideal timing for everything though. So he's in some great form. And Stokes at the other end, 18 off 27, hoping he's still out there, which I believe he will be. We've got Cummins coming back, bowling his 8th over, none for 42, a bit expensive, but he bowled that one good nut to us, so got to watch out for that. Yes. And there we go, we've absolutely dispatched that one for 4, so back on the, there's a full toss there, and he's absolutely dispatched it there. Yeah, it's a yuck nut, and 4 more. I should also mention that for the Ashes series, I'm not actually going for any one team. I just want cricket to be the winner on the day, really, as this one has been hit out to cover for 1 run. Just want to see some good cricket, pretty much, like reminiscent of the 2005 Ashes series where that was amazing. Hoping to see something similar. Don't really mind who wins it, as long as there's some good cricket played. Sounds a bit like a boring answer, but anyway, doesn't really matter. As Root's now 49. He's driven it. There we go. There's the 50. Joe Root 50 on the first Ashes innings. Good stuff there. Look at that. Cherries on the bat. 50 not out of 48 deliveries. 7 boundaries. And he's just middling everything at the moment. This is a great sign for the English Test captain. Oh, it's going to go for another 4. It's another full toss from Paddy Cummins. He's got to sort out his length here because he's getting absolutely carded. And here's the wagon wheel, as you can see, a few 2s there, a few boundaries through, pretty much going straight, cover, extra cover, square, and yeah, not a bad little wagon wheel there. Maybe try a few on drives next. Oh, it's 4. Don't know how we managed to hit it there, but it's raced along to ideal everything, and it's another 4. Moving on to 63 of 69. Stokes on 30 of 60, and Cummins charging in, going at 5 and over. That's a good shot. Oh, it's hit Stokes, but we're still going to scam through for a quick single there. Wouldn't be the first time Stokes has had a deflection. Got Mitch Stark here coming around the wicket. Oh, just got there in time, dug it out, and still managed to middle it. That is a cracking shot for 4. Now, I feel like, is this getting a bit too easy? I feel like I should probably put the difficulty up to hardest. So stand by, I'll just give it I'll finish at the end of this over. Oh, okay, it's 4. Well, yep, I'm going to do it. Difficulty is now going to hardest. We'll leave it like that. I mean, bowling, we don't really bowl, so we'll just leave it. Okay, veteran and batting is at hardest. Let's see how this goes. So here we go, going to have a look here at the new difficulty. I think the timing window for when the ball shows up, so as for instance, that showed up as red, it normally shows up as he locks up to bowl, but then it's just as he leaves his hand, so it's going to be a lot harder, well, the reactions are going to be a lot harder to pick up which length it is, and also the line of it. So that's normally what that colour around the ball does. It signifies the length of the ball and the line of it, and because it's showing up a bit later as it just leaves the hand, gives us less time to react to what kind of shot we're going to do. So we've just left that one straight away. It's a good nut. So it's going to be a bit more of a difficult challenge here, which I'm all for. I don't want it to be too easy. I want the runs hard to come by. Just makes them that much better when we actually score them. But Cummins charging in. Oh, okay. See, the timing's done me there. It's a good shot. It's a great shot from Joe Root. And I wouldn't be surprised if that races for 4. A good chase though. He's going to cut it off. He is. He's going to cut it off to 3. So good fielding out there, lads. Moving on to 77 of 81. Stokes on 43, batting rather well. As this one is going to be driven. It's in the gap. That's a cracking shot, and it's probably going to go for another 4. Oh, it's going to go for 4. Oh no, timing was early. Okay, I thought it was a bit late personally, but top edge, it is sailed for 4. Yeah, look at that. It's unlucky. I thought it was going to go straight to Payne, but It's gone over him. Very lucky. Root now moves on to 85 off 85. Stokes 43. Partnership is a good one. Can it continue? It's a good shot. Oh, straight to cover. 50 overs have gone. England 4 for 233. We've just lost Stokes, unfortunately. So the good partnership has gone. Butler at the crease though, so not a bad batsman to replace him as we hit a single there. It's a full toss. It's a yuck shot. And I wouldn't be surprised if it goes for 4. Go, lad. Yes, there we go. Root moving into the 90s now. It's a shot. It is going to go for 4, I think. Got no one out there. Go the ball. No, it's going to stop it. We're going to pick up 3 though, and I think that moves us on to 95. Oh, it's going to be a pull shot. Wasn't really in control with it though. 1 run, moving on to 97. The nerves are kicking in. Butler, meanwhile, moved on to 20 off 31. And we're 3 shy of an Ashes ton. First day of the Ashes. Can it get done? It's edged. Oh, it's out. No. Oh, Cummins. Cummins got Root. It's a great grab. Steve Smith. Ah. Joe is out for 97 off 95. Great innings, but far out. Should have had it. He should have had the ton. We'll just have a look here, see how Australia are going. Actually, before that, let's see how much we end up on. 363 all out. Everyone really made a start apart from Broad and Anderson, but you don't really expect them to score runs. Archer, 43 not out. Not too bad from the young man. As we take a look and see what Australia are now. 4 for 103. Curran, Anderson, Archer and Broad with wickets. Not too bad there. And let's see what's happening here. Curran charging in. Can we get a grab? That'd be unreal if we can get a catch and slip. So it's dropped short there of Stokes. So I've decided to bring myself on for a bowl. As you can see, Root has 20 wickets and an average of 49.3. But the reason why is because Australia 5 down for 298. Head on 113. Payne on 76. So we're going to give it a chance here. Just have a couple balls, see, or a couple overs maybe, see how they go. Hoping to pick up maybe a wicket. As no, Payne has left that one. Payne's normally good for around a 70 odd before he gets out. So hoping today is the day as well. Come on, Joe, what do you have in the lockout? No, he's leaving those ones. Last ball, we're going to go for an arm ball here, hoping to sneak it through Payne's defences. No, he's hit that well. He's found a gap. He's going to pick up a single to round out a very tidy Joe Root over. Going to be bowling to Travis Head here, who's on 113. Oh, that's a yuck nut. And it's been pulled away, so that's going to go for just the 1 run. Oh, what a cut shot. If he missed that, he was probably going to get bowled a leg stump. So, interesting. This is Joe Root's bowling rather well. Let's flight it up a bit. Try and get it to turn. Oh, solid. We're all over him at the moment. So just the 2 overs from us there as Root makes his way out to have another bat. And what happened? Australia, 334 all out, hit 114. Archer took a few wickets on debut, took 5 for 62. Curran 3 for. Ali got pumped, no ideal. And who's out here? Jason Roy got out for 19. We are batting with Rory Burns. And what's the lead? We lead by 63 runs, so need a few more runs there if we're going to mount a decent total. As Cummins, he's taken a wicket. He's bowled rather well in his start. And we've pumped that one down the ground. We haven't pumped it, but just to guide it to mid-off for 1 run. That's a shot that is going to race to the fence. A majestic Root cover drive. Thank you. Oh, it's edged. It's out. Fuck. Timing early. What the shit? His feet movement went nowhere. We're not going to challenge it because why would you? Look at that. No foot movement. Oh no, it's not ideal. Root departs for 7 off 12. This could be anyone's game now. Only have a lead of around 80 odd with 8 wickets left. Let's see how we go. Need partnerships. Where are the partnerships? Johnny doing it all by himself. He's made a ton. Hold on, did we declare there? Did we declare where I did not say we should be declaring? Unsure. What did we do? Oh no, all out 256. Okay, Johnny Bairstow 100 all out. And what do they need to win now? They need 199 to win and they're 3 for 86. Ben Stokes is about to bowl his first. We're at first slip here. Let's have a look and see what Marsh wants to do. A little edge to us would be absolutely sensational. That's a good shot. That one is going to go for 4, okay. England's done it. They have taken a 1-0 series lead here, winning by 132 runs. Archer, man of the match. He took 8 wickets in his Test debut. That is huge. As for Joe Root's performance, up top there, 97 top scoring in the first innings. Good nut there to, well, I mean, it was a bit just unfortunate we got out. 4 wickets for Lyon there in the Australian first innings, and then with the bat, good solid partnership there in the middle. I think it was around just under 200 runs with Head and Payne combining. And wickets there, Archer, Pfeiffer, we only bowled the 2, as in Joe, none for 3, Curran with 3 for, and then Johnny Bairstow, 100 off 135, the only bloke who really took a stand and made a few decent runs, with Stark 4 for, Hazelwood 3, Cummins 1, and Lyon 2. And then a little bit of a collapse here. I mean, they were 5 for 95, Carbager 71, and that was the highest score. No one else made over 30. 2 golden ducks there, Cummins and Lyon, 2 runouts as well from Bairstow and Stokes isn't ideal. And the English lads have done it, 1-0 up in this first Test match. Anderson 2 for, Broad 3 for, Archer 3 for 36. It is a great sign for England in this trying to claim the Ashes back off Australia. So there we go, the England leading by 1. Next match is going to be at Lords, so it's going to be huge. If we take a look at the stats, I mean, there's only the 1 game gone, so most runs at the moment, Travis Head 114, Johnny Bairstow in 2nd, Joe Root in 3rd with 104. As for the stats, the bowling, Archer 8 for in his Test debut, averaging 12.25, that's going to be huge. I think we're going to run with the same lineup going into it. I mean, it's a winning side, so why change it? Do I change the Australian lineup though? I don't know if I should. I'll just leave it as is. But that's going to be it for today's episode. Thanks so much for watching. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like and subscribe. If you're feeling up to it, leave a comment down below. Always appreciate reading those. But until then, take it easy.